Hey everybody, it's Queen of Light 1111. Hope you all are doing great. I am here with your midweek reading. So, this is very interesting. We have some very interesting cards that have come out today, so you'll want to stick around for the entire reading. I'm going to go ahead and get started. If you want to book your own personal reading, coaching session, or healing session with me, go to queenoflight1111.com. Now, we're going to look at divine masculine and feminine's just overall energy, just in general, their overall energy towards each other, most significant thoughts towards each other, feelings towards each other, and what's happening in their environment as related to each other. So, divine feminine's overall energy, just in general, Three of Swords. So, she's right off the bat, she's coming out with some pain, some heartache. There's this energy of grief that she may be experiencing. And it's clarified by the King of Swords. And so, what I'm really feeling about this energy for Divine Feminine is that she is in the energy of really being logical. I feel like she's really thinking about the pain. I think she's thinking and rationalizing and further trying to understand what has occurred with Divine Masculine and in her connection. I also feel like King of Swords represents Divine Masculine. It could be also very sad that Divine Masculine is a little detached. Not a little, maybe a lot. Maybe he's feeling a little cold to her. Maybe she feels iced out by him. So in her overall energy today, there is this sadness. There is this grief of a very detached and cold Divine Masculine. That's her feeling. I'm not saying that's what he is or what he's doing. That is her feeling. So now let's look at how this now translates into her overall energy. First card that she has is the Ten of Swords. Very painful ending. There is an ending here. There is a cycle that is closing out. What's closing out? 10 of Pentacles. So any sort of long-term planning, any sort of legacy or family or relationship that she thought that she was going to be creating in the 3D, she is letting go of. She is ending that thought process. Remember, Three of Swords, King of Swords. She's just like, I'm done with the grief. I'm done with the grief. I'm no longer going to plan for the future. So what's she doing? Eight of Cups, clarified by Eight of Cups. And I was like, okay, I need another card because Eight of Cups is about walking away. She's walking away from walking away. Now I said, all right, what is she walking away from? Emperor, Divine Masculine. She knows that she needs to walk away from the past. She knows that she needs to walk away from this energy of union with Divine Masculine at this time. She has got to end the cycle. She's got to end this cycle of planning for union, wanting union, desiring union, even if it's energetically. She's got to let go of that. And that's what she's doing. She's ending any attachment to anything, like concrete, anything that's in the 3D. She's done with that. She's walking away from the Emperor. And so then she's grounding, Queen of Pentacles. She's focused on herself. She's focused on her own 3D life. She's focused on her emotions, Queen of Cups, and her own victory. The victory of grounding these emotions and this love. And she knows, Three of Cups, any sort of third-party situation, justice will be served. She's not worried. Look, she's in this energy of, hey, if you're going to pick someone other than me, Divine Feminine, then that's your karma. Karma. That's your divine karma. That's what you've chosen. And I know that I will have my justice. I will have my justice over these third-party situations. I will have my justice. So what I'm doing is I'm no longer going to focus on something long-term. I'm walking away from the Emperor. I'm grounding my feelings victoriously. And I know that anything around third party, I will have my victory. The universe will do exactly what is right. She's no better than the karmic. Karmic's no better than her. She's no better than Divine Masculine. Masculine's no better than her. She's in this energy of everything will be resolved as it's meant to be resolved. Okay? If you're part of my members my membership plan. I did a reading yesterday for level 2 members exactly about what Divine Feminine has learned, and that was in part. So members, if you're level 2, if you haven't watched that reading, watch that reading, because it'll give you a little bit more about that pride energy. Okay, so now let's look at Divine Masculine's overall energy. Well, here he is with the Sun card, all happy, successful. He has had illumination over his burdens. He has had success over his burdens. 10 of Wands. Okay, so what does this have to do with? What's all this success about? What's this victory about over this burden? First card has the Ace of Swords. Let me tell you, what's very interesting to me is her first card out was the 10 of Swords. Here is masculine now taking the lead and getting to the ace. He's had clarity. He's had a breakthrough. There is the truth of a situation, the truth of the matter. He's breaking through the stalemate energy, 2 of Swords. He's done with the stalemate. He's done with the mental conflict. Queen of Cups. His Divine Feminine now is the Sun. Isn't that something? Queen of Cups. We have Queen of Cups for her in her overall energy, right? As she's walked away, she's grounding her heart space. Queen of Cups. She's the Sun. She is his light. She is the person he thinks so positively about. He knows that he must stand in his truth. King of Swords. Remember, that was the bottom of her deck. So he's very much in his headspace. He's thinking. He's had this clarity. He's had this breakthrough over this mental conflict that his Divine Feminine is his light, that he wants success with Divine Feminine. And now he's thinking. And as he's thinking, I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to give up. I need to make a small gesture about this conflict. 5 of Wands. He wants to make some sort of small gesture to address the conflict between them. Okay, so now let's look at the overall energy towards each other. So this is always meant to be just overall energy just in general. And lately it has been playing out that it is the overall energy towards them, right? This is exactly what's happening in their majority of their day-to-day lives. They're thinking about, I've got to walk away. She's thinking about, I've got to ground my feelings. She's thinking about, the universe will take care of me. And he's thinking about, she's my feminine. I want to get out of this stalemate. I must come forward with my integrity and my honesty. I don't want to give up. I don't want to give up anymore. I don't want to give up on the connection. So now, what is the bottom of the deck for their overall energy? Most significant overall energy towards each other, self-respect. I love it. I love it. This is the energy of making honorable choices for yourself. This is about not compromising who you are for love, for money, for anything. And it has to do with the Knight of Swords. So this has been a very, very fierce and aggressive conversation. Queen of Air, I feel like that's Divine Feminine. She's just like, I'm not going to at all compromise who I am and my self-respect for you, Divine Masculine. I'm not going to do that. And Divine Masculine then has to learn about how to respect himself and respect her and make respectable choices. She's laid down the law. Queen of Swords to the King of Swords. She's detached. Look, this card also says detached, cool, opinionated, intellectual. So she's in this energy of, I'm too wise for this. I honor myself too much for this. And I'm speaking my truth. I will not be treated this way. And if you guys are seeing this, did you see this? What's underneath King of Swords? You can't make this up. You can't make this up. So the most significant overall energy for their bottom of the deck is, we've got to make honorable choices. We've got to communicate about that, or else Divine Feminine is just going to stay very, very cool, very, very detached, and just keep moving forward on her journey. Okay? That is how you lead energetically. That's what a feminine does. She leads energetically. The masculine then takes that energy and takes action in the physical. So Divine Feminine's most significant overall energy towards Divine Masculine is the Rainbow Reviver. This is the energy of, regardless of what is happening in my world, I must feel good from the inside out. It is important that no matter what is happening in my life, it is important for me to feel good. It is important for me to feel good. 5 of Cups over this loss. Victory is the clarifier. So what she has done by walking away, 8 of Cups, by walking away from this past, by ending this hope and this fantasy of this union. I'm not saying that it's a fantasy and it'll never happen, but if you keep like holding on to it, then that's a problem. Hold space. Don't hold on and stifle the energy. Walking away from the past, walking away from any attachment and really focusing on self and your own heart space. That's where the victory is at, because the divine will do what's right. Who are you to say what's right or wrong? The universe will do what's right. So in Divine Feminine's most significant overall energy is she's like, regardless of what's happening with Divine Masculine and me and my connection, I need to be okay. I need to be okay from the inside and out, regardless of this loss of this union. Because at the end of the day, all she has is herself. All she has is her health. All she has is her journey. And her journey is not to be a victim. Her journey is not to be pitying herself. Her journey is not to be sad all the time. Her journey is not to be waiting in pain, waiting in sadness, bowing her head. She's Divine Feminine. She's not a victim. So this is an energy where it's like, you know, there have been a lot of challenges. She's been down and out, but she's picked herself up. She's connected to her angels and her spirit guides. She's gotten that cosmic hug, and she's healing and she's uplifting herself victoriously, and she's healing herself from the inside out as related to masculine. She's just like, I can't keep doing this anymore. This is exhausting. It is mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically draining. She's not going to do it. And she has victory over this. Victory! Divine Masculine's most significant energy. I mean, can't make it up. Look at this. Resolving conflict. His most significant energy towards Divine Feminine is he wants to create an opportunity to connect with Divine Feminine to resolve conflict, to resolve the conflict of his in and out player energy. And so what he's doing is he's honing his thoughts, right? That's why he's got that King of Swords. That's why she's got King of Swords. This is why he has the Sun card, right? Remember, he's got the King of Swords here. He knows the truth. He's ready to take action. He's seen the light. He now knows he must come in with his words and his thoughts, and he better get it together when he makes this offer to resolve this conflict. 5 of Wands. So his overall energy is, I want to resolve this conflict where I played you, where I was in and out. Maybe I strung you along and then I didn't stick around. So he's honing his thoughts. That's why we have this King of Swords. He's honing his thoughts, trying to get his words together to resolve conflict with feminine. So now let's take a look at the energies here. Head, heart, and environment. What is the main theme? The thinking man. King of Swords. Can't make this up. You can't make it up. Can't make it up. So King of Swords is the most significant energy, overall energy for Divine Masculine and Feminine's energies towards each other. So let's look at Divine Feminine's energies, okay? Her bottoms of the deck. Bottoms of the deck. We have take the lead. Her energy is, come to me with this energy of honesty, integrity, have your thoughts and your words together, and take the lead, masculine. Take the lead to move this connection forward from a place of integrity, King of Swords again, while I am in my power, while I will remain receptive. The Moon card. You must come to me as I'm Divine Feminine. I am Divine Feminine. I'm not chasing you. I have self-respect. I am going to be okay. I am grounding myself and I'm grounding my emotions. So his energy towards her energy towards Divine Masculine is come correct. Take the lead to move this connection forward from a place of integrity and healthy boundaries while I am open to being receptive, while I stay in my intuition. You can't make this up. This is perfect divine feminine energy. I mean, I couldn't be more proud. This is exactly where divine feminine needs to be. Receptive, in her heart space, holding space, not pining, not being a victim, not saying, why didn't he choose me? Why is he doing this? She's beyond all of that. She has victory. She's living her life. She's not in a waiting room waiting for union. She's walking away with her dignity and holding space. Now, divine masculine's overall energy, look at this. He's thinking about his destiny. This is the Wheel of Fortune. He's thinking about his destiny and how he has fought against himself, how he has blocked his destiny. He's thinking about all these things, that the divine feminine was my destiny. She was, my lady luck. She is my light, and I've blocked my destiny. But now I'm ready to end that. I'm ready to change that. I am ready to hold these burdens. I am ready to deal with this crisis and resolve this conflict. So he's very much in an energy about thinking about his destiny, thinking about change, thinking about this cycle, and he was fighting it. He was blocking his destiny, and now he's ready to end that energy of this block and deal with the crisis. Maybe he's been a masculine that's constantly run away from conflict. Every time things get bad, things get difficult, he runs. He doesn't know how to resolve. He doesn't know how to communicate. Listen, divine feminines, you want a masculine who is in his power to say, okay, we have a problem. Let's resolve this. Not let me run away and then come back to you months later and then address it. No. If you want to be in a relationship, you got to be a grown-up. Got to be grown up. Grow up. You got to be an emperor. So now, what is divine feminine's most significant thought when she thinks of masculine? She's holding space. She's in her heart space for him. So when she's thinking about him, she's like, okay, I'm going to hold space. I have love for my masculine through these challenging times. 5 of Wands. Our union is challenged right now because he's not in his emotional mastery to communicate. So she's understanding that her union is in a place of challenge. But guess what? She's Rainbow Reviver. Regardless of what's happening here, she's still going to live her life. She's still going to continue her journey. So she's holding space. She understands that her union is challenged, that there is a conflict occurring because he's not in his mastery to communicate with her. That is what she is accepting as she holds space. And what about divine masculine? Deceit. When he thinks about his feminine, he thinks about his deception. Wow. Then it further clarifies with the third eye. So he cannot get away from this now. There is no numbing out this deception. His intuition is showing him. He is aware. He is aware of his deception, like in a big way. Like in a big way is what I'm getting. He is very aware of his deception. 10 of Wands. Where was the 10 of Wands? Bottom of the deck for his overall energy with the sun. So remember, the sun card was clarified by the 10 of Wands. It has been illuminated. The sun is about illumination. The sun is about, finally shedding the light on something. And guess what? He's finally seeing himself, seeing his deception for what it is, what he did, and he is burdened. But guess what? Emperor. I was like, wow, he's the emperor. He's in his power, man. I was like, well, good for you. We're not talking any crap about him. Yes, divine feminine's in this energy that's saying, hey, you're not emotionally mature, blah, blah, blah. That's because she hasn't heard from him, right? But here, as he is very aware of his deception and extremely burdened by that, he is the emperor, wanting to communicate. Do you see this? Messenger message, communication. They're on the same page. While she lets go of any thoughts of communication, here it is completely burdening him that he must communicate. He must communicate. So when he is thinking about his feminine, he is aware of his deception. He is burdened by it. He is burdened by the deception. And he's coming into his power, not just as a king of swords, man, but as an emperor to communicate with divine feminine. So now what's in the heart space for divine feminine? First card out. Yes, go ahead. Roll your eyes, I'll wait. Patience. Listen, if you're a divine feminine, this card is not going to bother you. Why is it not going to bother you? Because guess what? She's given up any attachment to union. She's walked away from the emperor. She's grounding herself and her emotions, and she knows that the divine will take care of things in divine timing. So if you're divine feminine, the divine feminine in this reading won't roll her eyes at that, because she's like, yeah, okay, patient, whatever. I'm living my life. I'm the rainbow reviver. So just FYI, if you're rolling your eyes, there's some work to do. Okay. If you're not rolling your eyes and you're taking this message and you're like, okay, good. Yeah. All right. Patience, whatever. Doesn't matter. I'm already doing my thing. So in her heart space, she's being patient about her Two of Cups. She knows that they're in a challenging time right now. She knows that he's not in a place to communicate right now, although he is certainly getting ready for it. In her heart space, she's like, I'm patient about this union. Yeah, we've missed the opportunity to have our happily ever after, but I must continue to stay the course. I must continue to move forward. She doesn't get stuck in the Five of Cups. She doesn't get stuck in this, oh, I'm going to wait, I'm waiting. No, she doesn't do that. This divine feminine doesn't do that. She's like, all right, yeah, patience, union, miss the opportunity, miss the cup to have a happily ever after. I still have to move forward. This is her energy. She's very accepting of where things are. She's not sitting around waiting for him. 10 of Swords, 10 of Pentacles, boom, boom, 10, 10. Done. She's cycling out. She's not waiting for anybody. She's going to continue to move forward because she has walked away. She's walking away from her past. She's walking away from any disillusionment, which includes the Emperor at this time. Okay? So now what about divine masculine? What is he thinking? What is he feeling when he feels for feminine? Rest and rejuvenation. Rejuvenation. He's resting. He's healing. He's got burdens. He has clarity. He is aware of his deception. And now he's in this place of like, I got to think. Remember, he's honing his thoughts. Four of Swords energy. He's rejuvenating. He's got some work to do. He's rejuvenating in solitude. Hermit card. He's on his own. He's resting on his own. Seven of Swords. Again. Did we get the Seven of Swords before? Why am I saying again? I don't know why. Oh, because I got the Deceit card. So deception's all over the place for him. Like it's in his mind, it's in his heart, it's everywhere. He's healing. And here's the thing. He has to forgive himself first. It's not even about your forgiveness at this point. Who cares? He shouldn't even care about your forgiveness right now. Feminines. He needs to forgive himself so he can come forward and truly then apologize, because he knows that all he did was just deceive himself. He didn't deceive you. He deceived himself. He lost you. That was his ultimate self-sabotage. That was his ultimate deception, was to lose his divine feminine. And so now he's healing alone because he has had self-sabotaging behavior. He's a magician. He was all about the smoke and mirrors. Okay? He was all about these games. And now he's healing that energy alone. And he's really looking to manifest some sort of date with you. He is really looking to manifest some sort of run-in with you. It's almost like he wants to be where you are and might show up where you are somewhere publicly. So there is some energy of strategy. There is some energy of, how do I run into her? That's what he's feeling, because he does want to resolve this conflict. Okay, that's what he's feeling. What is he feeling? He's recovering alone about his own self-sabotage. He's seeing that he is alone because he deceived himself. He's deceived himself. So he's ended up alone. What's happening in the environment for divine feminine? Look at her victory. Yeah, she already had victory here with the Rainbow Reviver. She has victory over her heart space, victory over her heart healing. And this King of Cups energy, right? She's mastered her emotions. Her masculine will as well. And there will be victory over this deception, just like It happened here. 3 of Cups and Justice. She knows the divine will always do right by her because she is pure-hearted. She is clean-hearted. She doesn't, deceive people. So those people will always win. The pure-hearted will always win. So there is this victory over her beautiful heart, okay? And her masculine will also come into this place of emotional mastery. And there will be victory in this connection over this betrayal, over this deception. She knows, but she's not holding on to it. She's like, she knows everything will work out, but she's not holding on to the how and when and where. No, she's not doing it. She just knows the divine will always take care of me. The divine always has my back. What about divine masculine's environment? Well, he's healing. He's healing. He's healing himself. He's healing to become happy. Remember, we had 4 of Swords for him in his heart space. He wants to heal. He wants to heal and establish a very, very strong foundation. Okay, there's also an energy when this firm foundation comes out. This is that 4 of Pentacles energy. So when this card comes out, this is all about the energy of establishing good judgment, lessons. It's also a card about money. It's also a card about laying groundwork. But this is an energy where, again, it's like, I got to hold on to my money. So he's healing this energy of holding on to money because he has always felt less than. And so he's really balancing out this energy of, I don't need to hold on to my money to make me feel like I have good self-esteem. Because guess what? The Tower came in. The divine's like, get over it already. I'm sorry. When the Tower keeps hitting him over and over again, I feel like the universe is like, listen, buddy, I'm going to keep giving you Tower back to back to back to back to back. He keeps getting the Tower in his environment. And it has to do with his issues with money. Hold on to my money. My money is what makes me masculine. My money is what makes me strong. My money is what feeds my ego. He's healing that energy. He's healing the energy where he's held on to money because he has felt lack. And this is why he's juggled relationships, juggled different things, tried to balance. Now, the universe is like, boom, Tower on that. So he's healing because the universe keeps sending him towers. This is why he's alone. This is why he's like burdened with deception, because the universe is like, God, you got to get it together. You got to get it together. So we have a lot of 10s, right? A lot of 10s here. 10 of Swords, 10 of Pentacles. We have, hold on, I feel like we have 10 of Cups. We have Ten of Wands. I felt like we had the Wheel of Fortune. Oh, yeah. And we had the Destiny card. Where did that one go? Over here. 10. Another, no, where was that Destiny card? Oh, the bottom of the deck, Destiny, 10. So there's a lot of 10s. Lot of cycles ending. 10 of Wands also at the bottom of the deck for him. There's a lot of cycles that are ending right now. This is a very, very pivotal time. We are in the last day of June. July is going to bring change. It really is. I feel it. I feel like communication is coming. I feel like masculine is very much stepping into his power. The more feminine releases that energy, 10 of Swords, the more he gets into the Ace, the more he comes into his clarity, the more he comes into his power. So if you have not released him yet, if you're still holding on, you've really got to work hard on that. Work on that Rainbow Reviver energy. If you want to book your own personal reading, coaching session, or healing session, go to queenoflight1111.com. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.